Can I get back to you?
Hey, what's up, Media Nation? It's your Media Nation. We are here with week 2 prep for the Providence Brucerins. I could be saying that Brucerins or Brucerins. This team that we are going up against this week, coached by Kyle, is scary. Really scary. I don't recall if they won week 1 or not against the Miami Heat Waves. I didn't watch that battle all the way through, but this is a division battle, so this is really important for us because the thing hasn't been updated yet. The playoff or the spreadsheet hasn't been updated yet for us to do our so I can tell you standings. But I know for a fact the Arizona Diamond Storms did lose in week 2. We're not keeping secrets from each other. They did lose. So they're one loss below us right now. Providence, even if they didn't, I don't know about Arbidden, the Azalfs either. But just a recap of our team before we get started. We have Victini, Mega Venusaur, Thunderous T, Starmie, Crocodile, Umbreon, Alakazam, Registeel, Tangela, Avalugg, and Gastron. I'm really surprised that, you know, I haven't really had a need for Alakazam yet, but you know, it's all good. But what we do have a need for is a need for speed this week, and I'll let you know why in a second, because we have Volcanion, Shaman, Reuniclus, Meloetta, Politoed, Uxie, Gramble, Runamo, Conkeldurr, Cobalion, and Mega Pinsir to go against this week. And we built a decent... Now, I want to say this team took a lot of prep. I sat down and prepped for a good solid 30 minutes straight, trying to figure out ins and outs of the team. Now, I don't usually prep that long. It usually takes me a few minutes to figure out what I want and how I want to do it. Everything else is just filling in the blanks, you know. But this one, I literally did not know what I want. Like, Tien was the last second addition. I put him in. I was him and Alakazam going back and forth. Peach and Alakazam going back and forth. I didn't want a big bug weakness this week. Psychic would have been sucking. I didn't want a big dark weakness this week, but I knew I had to bring Peach because of rocks, and it was just like, ugh. But what we ended up going with was bringing Just Do It, the Victini, Choice Guard, Victory Star, U-Turn, V-Create, Bolt Strike, and Trick. Now, Trick is there for the Volcanion, because Scarfing Volcanion isn't the greatest, especially when you have Steam Eruption on that Volcanion. But I think that's why Tien is coming this week, because even if he locks himself in a Steam Eruption or something, it could be great. We could lock Conk, we can get rid of that AV, or get him into a Scarf, which would be great. Maybe on like a Mach Punch, trying to catch Leatherhead, you know, going to Just Do It, trick it off. Do something like that. Maybe get it on the Shaman, which would be nice to prevent the Hugo. The ideal one, though, is the Reuniclus. We want to Scarf the Reuniclus, because that thing is slow. It's base 30. Choice Scarf's not helping out speed anything, since no one invests speed in that thing. You could be running a Trick Room team for all we know, because this team isn't the fastest, especially with Gramble, Conkeldurr sitting there. You know, Trick Room could come. Our team is actually a lot faster than his. His fastest mon is Cobalion at base 108, which is one of his 3 rock setters, but Mega Pinsir's not bringing that. So yeah, that's something to look out for. But when I was going through his weaknesses, I noticed a really big weakness, and his big weakness was fire. He has 4 Pokemon that are weak to fire in Shaman. Who else is there? Rotom, Cobalion, and Mega Pinsir. And not very many resistances in just Volcanion. I think that's it. And I guess Politoed is as fire, but either way, Politoed is not taking a V-Create very well. That's why we carry Bolt Strike for those 2 Mons, but everything else is not taking a V-Create that well. His biggest defensive Mon is indeed actually it's Uxie at 130. Oh, and then Cobalion, but it's super effective. It's not taking a V-Create. Especially max attack, you know. So Just Do It's here. V-Create. Kind of try to switch out. I want to catch a U-Turn on like the Rotom or the Shaman. That would be great, but you know, the Bolt Strike, V-Create, and we want to trick the Reuniclus. That's going to be really tricky to do. I clicked on Netflix. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, that's going to be really tricky trying to do that. This is going to be my longest team prep yet, but I think that's going to be something nice. My next Pokemon I wanted to add, when I noticed something else, is that he had Mega Pinsir, which is completely needed for rocks, and Volcanion is completely need rocks. So I decided to bring a Leftovers holding Intimidate Leatherhead. Now, I don't bring this very often, but when I do, it helps. Knockoff Pursuit, Earthquake, and Stealth Rock. Reuniclus comes in on it. It has Energy Ball. I'm going to recognize it has Energy Ball. We have Leftovers here with Intimidate. We want to hit maybe the Conkeldurr with an Intimidate or a Cobalion or a Mega Pinsir. Get that Stealth Rock up because we definitely need to hurt the Mega Pinsir. A knockoff's going to hurt the Mega Pinsir, but not too terribly, as it can be semi-bulky with that base 120 defense. But that's really it. So yeah, we really just need to, we just need to get Stealth Rocks up. That's the whole purpose of Leatherheads, is get Stealth Rocks up and knock off maybe Uniclus's item. If we want to trick, get a different item. Hit that UPC with that Pursuit Trap, because it really can't touch us all that much, especially with the special defense and HP investments. And then obviously, maybe hit something. Cobalion with the Earthquake, hit Volcanion with the Earthquake. Volcanion's not gonna want to stay in it, so I can Pursuit it out and do a lot of damage on it. And what is his Levitators? Or Uxie. What's off the ground? Uxie would Levitate, Rotomo would Levitate, and Pinsir with is a flying type. So that's really all that resists that. But we're gonna rock. I just hit my toe so hard. It hurts so bad. Anyway, next up we're gonna rock out with Herbisaur on Mega Venusaur with Thick Fat, Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Toxic Protect. We're running Protect. I am running a Toxic Seed Stall, Venusaur. Now I'm purposefully bringing Stall. Why? Uniclus. That thing is Magic Guard. So be it. But also the Uxie is there. That thing can hurt Venusaur so badly. But we have the investments to live hits and get HP back. So I get a Leech Seed up, Protect, get more HP back, force him on the switch out, Toxic, and just force things to happen and make some plays there. His switch-ins are Shaman and Rotomo. I know I should probably... I'm really considering rocking Sludge Bomb, but he has no... His Cobalion's the only resistance to a Toxic. A Sludge Bomb... Oh, Sludge Bomb would come in so clutch here. Because it can hit that Shaman. It hits everything so hard. And Cobalion is a switch-in. I think I'm going to get rid of Toxic. I'm typing for Sludge Bomb. I think Sludge Bomb is a better idea. I did gen in the Mons already, but you know what? It's a TM, so I honestly could do that right as we're talking right now before I forget. So I'm going to do that while we're doing it right now, but I think that's a better idea to have Sludge Bomb. Next up, we have a Zeus Choice Specs, the MVP of last week. Zeus 2.0, Thunderous Therian is here, ready to go. Choice Specs, Volt Absorb, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Empire Ice, and Dark Pulse. HP Ice is there for the... Shaman? Is that why I really... That is... And... Thunderbolt. Why I have HP Ice? Oh! He got Zygarde! That makes a lot of sense now. That's his other switch-in for ground types. That's the whole point. He added Zygarde to his team, and I'm pretty sure he added Sandslash as well as a hazard remover. I forgot about that. Forgot to remember the ground types during the Bolt Striking, but V creates, that's hurting like crap. That's why I added Giga Drain over Sludge Bomb at first, because it didn't make sense in my head. I was like, why do I have Giga Drain just to get HP back? That's kind of stupid. The Zeus 2.0 is rocking Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Ice, and Dark Pulse. Hidden Ice is there for the Zygarde. That makes so much sense. I totally forgot about that. Dark Pulse is there for the Reuniclus. If we can get... That Choice Specs hurts so bad, and especially with that base 145 special attack with a Timid Nature to hit, just outspeed basically everything but the Cobalion and the Mega Pinsir. But the Mega Pinsir really isn't touching it anyway unless it's rocking Stone Edge. And you don't really run max speed on a Cobalion that much. So we should be able to outspeed everything on his team, excluding those two mons. So yeah, Shaman's not outspeeding at base 100, even with the... only excluding a Scarf is the only thing getting outspeeded. But other than that, yeah. Next up, we're rocking out with Peach. Tell me if you get that reference. Peach, the Starmie, with rocking the Assault Vest, Natural Cure, with Ice Beam, Scald, Rapid Spin, and Thunderbolt. We have the AV, so we can live Autumn special hits from the Uxie, because non-stab hits aren't really going to hurt that much. Rocking 252 special attack, 4 special defense, 252 in a speed. We want to be able to Rapid Spin away any rock set up by the Cobalion or the Uxie. I'm expecting a Cobalion lead, so I'm probably going to end up leading with Just Do It. and maybe you turning out, but he can't risk the V create, honestly, because if I just want to V create, I just want to V create. But while I'm here, let me switch the move on my Venusaur. I'm doing that as we speak. But Ice Beam for the Zygarde, Thunderbolt because we need it for Volcanion and Politoed. If we're out on those, you know, we can do some damage. And then Scald is there, free Scald burns on basically any switching. And then that could also, Scald could also help us figure out if that Reuniclus is Magic Guard, Overcoat, or honestly if it's Regenerator or Magic Guard. No one runs Overcoat. I could see him running Regenerator here because my team hits hard. But they might not be hard enough to the point where he could easily just switch out. But, you know, whatever. Then, our last but not least, we have TN. Our leftovers holding Storm Drain, Rocket Storm Drain, Volcanion, Steam Eruption. If we have just do it out, I'm going into you, and we are looking for the Storm Drain Eruption, and we are Earth Powering so hard. Because we get +1 special attack on that, and we're rocking Recover, Ice Beam, Scald, and Earth Power. Basically the same moveset, just, you know, with Recovery here, and then Earth Power instead of Thunderbolt, basically, for the Volcanion. That Volcanion is the only threat, really, on his team. Mega Pinsir is definitely a threat as well, but if we get Rocks up with Leatherhead, he might be predicted. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could lead Cobalion in this, or if I believe him to lead Cobalion in this battle, his Rock Setter is either going to be UPC or Cobalion, and I have to look out on the battle to see which one he is going to bring. Because if it's either one of those, that's who he's leading with. It's going to be Leatherhead. I guess if I see Cobalion, I'm definitely leading Leatherhead, only so that I can fake the Earthquake, Stealth Rocks up, and switch out immediately. Because he's not going to want to take an Earthquake, honestly. Like, especially with that high attack stat, I need to go to my bag and find Sludge Bomb, because I know we have it. If only he got Sludge Wave, that'd be great. That would be great. But 30% chance to burn is great. Or 30%. Sludge Bomb is like Scald, a stronger Scald, but except it has a chance to poison. I don't think people fail to recognize that, because like everyone expects a Scald burn, but people don't expect like a Sludge Bomb burn. It's like, it's weird. But I'm gonna make sure this team's valid. Just do it valid because it's level 100 in the game, so it's whatever. That's what I need to know. This team is it's looking saucy. I think we have a chance to go 2-0, start the season. I really need to play well with Zeus and just do it with the Scarf Specs combo. I was thinking about banning Crocodile this week, but I opted out of it. It's been tough going all around this week. This is my longest team prep so far at 12 minutes. Whew. But you know, I just taught him Sludge Bomb over Toxic. I think Toxic stalling really wasn't gonna help except for breaking down the Shaman, but his Shaman can hurt me really hard. And that Reuniclus, even if it's rocking Regenerator, this Toxic isn't going to do too much to me to help. But Uxie, breaking down that Uxie, having a Sludge Bomber is great, because if he does have the Cobalion, we can lead Leatherhead or Victini and just knock it out. That's GG right there. Like, honestly, that's going to help so much, because a Sludge Bomb, nothing's trying to switch in on a Sludge Bomb. I know we only have 8 special attack, but nothing's really trying to switch in on a Sludge Bomb. I wish now more. I'm thinking about it. I really wish we could change it, but there's no really turning back because my Jenner's not going to change it for me. But I think I'm going to hop up out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Termination from the Northern Nation. I'm out.